students, now in this video we will see the next example. We will solve that one using simplex method. So the question is that solve the given LPP using simplex method and verify by graphical method. Verify by graphical method. So as the LPP is maximize z equal to 3x1 plus 2x2 subject to x1 plus x2 less equal 4, x1 minus x2 less equal 2, such that x1 x2 greater equal 0. Now as I say in previous problem, we have to solve this LPP using simplex method. So first of all we need initial simplex table. Initial simplex table can be obtained using initial basic feasible solution, and initial basic feasible solution will be obtained using standard form. So our first step is that we have to convert the given LPP into its standard form. So firstly convert given LPP into standard form. Now in standard form, objective function is acceptable of both kind, maximization as well as minimization. Now the question is come for the constant. Here we need equations. So now less equal type constants are here. So additive variable we have to add, that is known as a slack variable. So here we need two slack variables as we have two constants. So I will write the objective function maximize z is equal to 3x1 plus 2x2, and we need two slack variables. The coefficients of them is 0 in objective function. So plus 0s1 plus 0s2 subject to x1 plus x2 plus s1 equal to 4, x1 minus x2 plus s2 equal to 2, such that x1 x2 s1 s2 greater equal 0 and s1 s2 are slack variables. These are slack variables. Okay. Now to get initial basic feasible solution, here the IBFS is obtained. You know, we will obtain initial basic feasible solution by setting decision variables to 0, by setting x1 equal to x2 equal to 0, and you know these are non-basic variables. These are non-basic variables. So due to that we get z is equal to 0, x1 x2 0, and whatever s1 s2, the coefficients of s1 s2 are 0, so z will become 0 with s1 equal to 4 from the first constant and s2 equal to 2 from second constant. S2 equal to 2. Therefore we can write the initial simplex table. Initial simplex table. As we have the initial basic feasible solution, we can easily write the initial simplex table. The initial simplex table is nothing but the it will be summary of our initial basic feasible solution. Let me write that one here. You know, we need the standard form for writing initial simplex table. Here CB, CJ, B, here XB, ratio, Z is summation CB into XB. Okay, now here Zj minus Cj. Already I had explained all those things to you. Now here I write Cj means what? The coefficients of all variables in objective function. So I should write all variables here: x1, x2, s1, s2. So x1 is what? The coefficient of x1 is 3. Coefficient of x2 2. S1 0, S2 is also 0. Now x1, x2 are non-basic, so our basis having the variables S1 and S2. We will write them in basis. Okay. Now CB is what? The coefficient of S1, S2 or the basic variables from objective function. So it is 0 and 0. Now here I will write the coefficients of all variables from first constant. So 1, 1, 1, 0, 4. XB will be the right hand side constant. Now here 1, minus 1, 0, 1 and 2. Now this is from these things we get Z is equal to 0. Clearly the initial basic feasible solution is there. So now we will find Zj minus Cj to check the solution is optimal or not. So you know that thing, 1 into 0 will be 0 plus 1 into 0 will be 0 minus this 3. So here I get minus 3. Again 1 into 0 0 plus minus 1 times 0 is again 0. So 0 plus 0 0 minus 2 will be minus 2. Again 1 into 0 0 plus 0 into 0 0 minus 0. So it will be 0. Again 0 into 0 0, 1 into 0 0, their addition will be 0, minus 0 will be 0. Now here not all Zj minus Cj positive, so this is not an optimal solution. We need improved table. To find improved table, first of all we need to find pivot element. So now this is a problem of maximization. So pivot element can be obtained using pivot column and pivot row. So pivot column is that column having most negative Zj minus Cj. So here most negative Zj minus Cj is minus 3. So this is our pivot column. It indicates that this x1 wants to enter in a basis. But at which position, at s1 or s2 among them, at which position it will enter, that can be obtained using the ratio. So ratio will be obtained using xb upon the element of pivot column. So here I get 4 upon 1. So that will be 4. Again 2 upon 1 is equal to 2. So this is our minimum. So here I get this 1 is our pivot element. I must write, since whatever I am saying, I should write that thing in a shortly at least. Since not all, or since all Zj minus Cj are not positive, so current solution is not optimal. Current solution is not optimal. Therefore here squared 1 indicates that x1 will enters in basis and S2 leaves the basis. Therefore, improved table is, we will obtain improved table by doing some pivot operations. So let me prepare a table first. CB, CJ, B, here x1, x2, s1, s2, xb ratio. Now here s1 will remain as it is, but s2 will be replaced by x1 because x1 will enter in a basis and s2 leaves the basis. So x1, what is its coefficient? 3. Here also 3, 2, 0, 0. These remains same. Okay. Now Zj minus Cj. As we have seen in previous example, here we have to make pivot element 1 and element in the corresponding column. Other elements in the corresponding column we have to make them 0. So now here already it is 1, so keep it as it is. So 1, minus 1, 0, 1 and this 2 as it is. Now I have to make this 1 0. Now to make it 0, we will do the operation R1 minus R2. R1 minus R2 because we have to make changes in R1. So this 1 minus 1 is 0. 1 minus of minus 1, so it will become 2. 1 minus 0 is again 1 and 0 minus 1 will be minus 1. 4 minus 2 will be 2. Okay. Now this is our table. Now again let us check it is optimal or this one is optimal or not. What is Z here? Z is 3 into 2. Look at it, 0 into 2 will be 0 plus 3 into 2, it will be 6. So the value of Z is 6. But let us check it is optimal or not by checking Zj minus Cj. So here 0 into 0, 0 plus 1 into 3 is 3. So 0 plus 3 will be 3 minus 3 is 0. Then 2 into 0 will be 0 plus 3 times minus 1 will be minus 3, 0 minus 3 will be minus 3, minus 3 minus 2 will be minus 5. Again 1 into 0, 0 plus 0 into 3 will be 0 minus 0. So it is 0. Again minus 1 into 0 is 0, 1 into 3 is 3. So 0 plus 3 will be 3 minus 0. So here I get 3. 3 minus 0 is 3. Now in this one also you can check 1 Zj minus Cj is negative, means I can say not all Zj minus Cj positive. So this is not a optimal solution. So again maximization type of problem. So most negative represent the pivot column. So this is most negative, means this x2 wants to enter in a basis, but at which position, let us check. Now again I will write, since all Zj minus Cj are not positive, means current solution is not optimal. Now let us check which element wants to leave the basis. We know x2 wants to enter in a basis. Now here this xb upon the elements of this pivot column, so 2 upon 2, 2 upon 2, so it will be 1. Now here 2 upon minus 1, it will be minus 2. Always remember, if we get a negative ratio, then we will neglect that one. No need to even find out that one. We have to neglect that ratio. We have to check only positive ratio and minimum positive ratio. So here now this 1 is our minimum, no other choice is here, only 1 we have to check, and this -2 we will neglect. Now it represents that this first row is our pivot row. So this second column is a pivot column, first row is a pivot row, so intersection is nothing but this 2. So this 2 is our pivot element. Okay, so here again we must write here 2 is, or the squared 2, the squared 2 is a pivot element it indicates that x2 will enters in a basis and S1 leaves the basis. Therefore, the improved table is then the same thing CB, CJ, B, X1, X2, S1, S2. Then 3, 2, 0, 0. Here XB ratio. Here ZJ minus CJ, and here Z, that is summation CB into XB. Okay. Now here this X2 wants to enter at the position of S1. So here I must write X2, this X1 as it is. Now what is the coefficient of X2 is 2 and the coefficient of X1 is 3. So here now row element will change. So we have to make this 2 as 1. So I will divide throughout by 2. So I will get 0. 0 divided by 2 is 0. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 1 divided by 2 will be minus half, and minus 1 divided by 2 will be minus 1 divided by 2 will be minus half, and here 2 divided by 2 will be 1. Okay. Now we have to make this other element of that respective column as 0. So for that, let us do an operation. We have to make changes in R2. R2 having entry minus 1. So let me make here 1 and we will add that. So R2 plus 1 by 2 times R1 if I will do, then I get 0 here. So 1 plus minus half times 0. So I will get 1 as it is. Minus 1 plus half times 2 will be 0. 0 plus half times 1 will be half, and 1 minus half times minus 1 into half. So 1 minus half, so it is also half. Now here 2 plus half times this 2, so it will be 3. Okay. Now we get all the elements. Now let us check is this solution is optimal or not by finding Zj minus Cj. So here 2 into 0, 0 plus 1 into 3, 3 minus 3 will be 0. Now 2 into 1, is 2 plus 0 into 3 is 0 minus 2. So it gives 0. Then here this 2 into half will be 1 plus 3 by 2. So 1 plus 3 by 2, 5 by 2 minus 0. So I get 5 by 2. Now this 2 into minus half will be minus 1 plus 3 into half will be 3 by 2. Minus 1 plus 3 by 2 is minus half. Minus 1 plus 3 by 2 is half minus 0. So I get half. Now all Zj minus Cj are positive, means this is an optimal solution. What is Z? Look at it. 2 into 1. 2 into 1 is 2. 3 into 3 is 9. Addition of them, 2 plus 9. So Z is equal to 11. Now no need to find the ratio, as we don't want to go for next table because this is an optimal solution. Now here, as all Zj minus Cj are greater equal 0, implies current solution is an optimal solution. Current solution is an optimal solution, and it is. Now we have to find maximum value of Z. So here this Z max is equal to 11 at x2 equal to 1 and x1 equal to 3. If we write them first, x1 and x2, it doesn't affect, it's okay. At this point 3, 1, Z is maximum. Now also in this example we have to check this using graphical method. So for graphical method we have to consider all the constants as equations. So that part is what? Verification. We have to verify this answer using graphical method. So let me verify that. So consider all constants as equations. What are the constants here? The first constant is x1 plus x2 less equal 4, and other one is x1 minus x2 less equal 2. So and non-negativity constants are also there. So x1 plus x2 equal to 4, this is our first equation suppose, and x1 minus x2 equal to 2 is our second equation. Then x1 equal to 0 is our non-negativity constant, that is third one, and x2 equal to 0 is a fourth one, that is also non-negativity constant. Now let us find out at least 2 points of each one, as we have to plot these constant equation on a graph or in a two-dimensional plane. So let us find 2 points of them. So if I take x1 0, I get x2 is equal to 4, and if I take x2 0, I get x1 is also 4. Now here, if x1 0, x2 is minus 2, and if x2 0, I get x1 is 2. So let us plot these points so that we get a graph. Now the graph is, already we had discussed the graphical method. I will take scale as 1, 2, 3, 4 because these are small points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. Here this horizontal axis is our x1 axis and vertical axis is our x2 axis. Now the first line having the point 0, 4, so it is on y-axis and 4, 0 is on x-axis. So this is our first line. Line joining these 2 points is our first line. Now next one 0, -2. So it is on y-axis and 2, 0 is on x-axis. This is our second line. Okay, now x1 equal to 0 means our vertical axis and x2 equal to 0 means our horizontal axis. Okay, now as our constants are x1 plus x2 less equal 4, less equal means it is towards origin. This is our second line. This is towards origin. So this is the direction for our feasible region or the solution space. Then second constant is x1 minus x2 less equal to. So here also it is towards origin. So it is in this direction. Now x1 x2 are what? Greater equal 0 means it represents our first quadrant or with coordinate axis or first quadrant. So it is in this direction. So what is the common part? Common part is this one. So this is our feasible region here. Common part, if we consider all the directions, then common part will be this part. So this is our feasible region or the solution space. This is our solution space. Now what are the corner points here? Look at here, origin. Now let me give to name through this point as A, this as B, this is C. So this quadrilateral OABC is our feasible region or a solution space. Now we have to determine, we have the coordinates of A, we have the coordinates of C as well as of O, but we don't have a coordinates of B. So here you can observe, here the coordinates of B are 3, 1. Or if we plot this graph on a graph paper, you can easily get the coordinates of B. Or if you won't get the coordinates of B as such, then consider this is an intersection of line 1 and line 2. So let us solve these line 1 and line 2. Then also you will get this point of intersection. So here this x1 minus x2 is equal to 2. Now we will add them. We get 2x1 equal to 6. This is get cancelled. It has an opposite sign. So x1 is equal to 3. Now let us substitute this value of x1 in any one of the equation. I get 3 plus x2 is equal to 4. So x2 is equal to 4 minus 3. So it is equal to 1. So x2 is equal to 1. So coordinates of B are 3, 1. Okay. Now let us check the value of Z at those corner points. That is our final answer. You know that. So let me write here solution space. Solution space is a quadrilateral OABC having corner points O having coordinates 0, 0, A is on x-axis having coordinates 2, 0, B already we have determined, so B having coordinates 3, 1 and C having coordinates, it is on y-axis, so 0, 4. Okay. Now let us check the value of Z. I will write corner points and value of Z. What is Z here? Z is nothing but 3x1 plus 2x2. You can check, already you have written an example previously. So origin having coordinates 0, 0, A 2, 0, B 3, 1, C 0 4. Now value of z at those points. At origin value of z is 0. At a 2 comma 0 the value of z will be 6. Now at 3 1, look at here, if we put up 3 and 1 here, I get 11. And at 0 4, if I put up 0 here and 4, then I will get 8. Now where does it maximum, as we have to maximize this z. So it is maximum at this point or at B. So here also we get z max, here also we get z max is equal to 11 at x1 equal to 3 and x2 equal to 1. So it is same as our simplex method. So this is a verification of this one. Now here we are able to do the verification because this problem consisting only 2 decision variables. You know the limitation of graphical method, that we can apply the graphical method for only 2 variables. If it has more than 2 variables, then we are unable to apply the graphical method. So that time find out the solution using simplex method only. No need to go towards graphical method. But if 2 variables are there, such a combined problem may be asked for. Means first of all find the solution using simplex and then verify using graphical method. Okay, now in next video we will see the next type, that is alternate solution case. Thank you.